Hi, and welcome back to Tracks and Turns. Today we have a little discussion about our F1 hot takes.
Yeah,
Do you want to kick it off?
yeah. So my first hot take is that I believe that Ferrari will be better than Mercedes in 2026.
Oh, this is a hot topic.
Yeah.
My God. Okay, do you have any reasons as to why you believe this, or?
Yeah, firstly, we saw in the first testing that they were pretty fast.
Mhm.
And I believe they were fast in the Barcelona shakedown. I'm not completely sure about that. But they seem to have a good car this year, for once in their lives. And they also have fuel credits, whatever you call it.
Yeah, the fact that they have their fuel, their fuel has been accepted
Yeah.
by the, I don't know if it's the FIA or if it's the motorsport.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah, it's been accepted at least.
Mm-hmm.
That's your only reasons. It's not because it's the year of the horse or
Yeah,
whatever.
I also believe in that. But as I mentioned in the previous episodes, I'm a bit delusional, but I believe in this actually. So we will see in the end of the season.
I'm not sure about I won't jump on the bandwagon on this one. I'm not sure about this. So this is all you.
Yeah,
But,
this is on me.
Yeah. My first thought when we discussed that we were gonna do hot takes is this one because I'm gonna get to it. But the thing that I wrote down was that even though I believe that Max objectively is probably the best driver on the grid, I just feel like that doesn't have to mean that he has to be my favorite.
Exactly.
Because you can still you can look at a driver and say that they're the best driver and that they are good on their best days.
Yeah.
But there's some traits in other drivers that I admire more. And sometimes it's just how the car moves on track or how they pass or how they conduct themselves in battles with other people or you find someone a bit funny in something that is said in the media or you just attach yourself to certain drivers because of certain things that you like.
Yeah.
And I just feel like Max is not my favorite, and I don't think he will be because I don't only value the fastest driver, but there are multiple aspects to driving.
Definitely.
It's not only the person who's the most aggressive or who's
also I believe he has his fun comments in the media. But he's not my favorite driver anyway. I don't know why, but it just isn't like that,
Yeah, well, I guess it's the same for every sport that you watch. You attach yourself to certain people. It's not always the best people.
Yeah.
I think when we for example watch the Olympics, we usually root for our own countries.
Yeah.
Even though they're not sometimes the best
Definitely.
athletes. So sometimes you just have loyalty to other people. And
course.
Max is amazing. He's done so many crazy
definitely.
things. He's broken so many records. And I can say that. There's no issue with that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that he will be my favorite because since I started watching, I just haven't really attached myself to him.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, I think you're allowed to have favorites. Because obviously there are people who like drivers who haven't won a race.
Yeah, definitely.
Who haven't had
plenty
the
of those
car
drivers. Also.
Yeah, who maybe for example Alex Albon.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who like him. But I don't think that you always have to root for the best person.
That would be boring if everyone did that.
Yeah, then you wouldn't have the different types of fans.
You just be one fan.
Yeah.
One fan group.
But that, of course, that doesn't mean that I can't say that he's the best.
Yeah.
I can still say that. So that was my hot take. I just ranted a bit
Yeah, it's alright.
on this, but I feel very passionately for this.
Yeah.
Do you have something else?
Yeah. I believe that Franco Colapinto should have like gotten a seat in Williams. I mean, he does have a seat in F1, which is good, but I believe Alpine is not the best choice for him.
I think it was very unlucky because you had Carlos, of course, who signed with them. But I feel like I kind of agree with you because I feel like I don't necessarily think that he should have gotten a Williams seat, like just like
No, but
just
like
being
chess driver, I
awarded
don't know.
that. But I think that he's certainly not at his best in Alpine because we
Definitely.
saw that he could do better.
Yeah, he
than
was
what he
good.
was doing last year, and it's kind of sad that because a lot of teams are doing this now. Maybe this is my hot take: the fact that a lot of teams are retaining like drivers who are older instead of trying like younger drivers
Yeah.
or allowing them like chances.
Definitely.
But also, like at the same time, I wouldn't want them to trade away Carlos Sainz.
Yeah, he's a
Because
good driver.
he's a good driver
for sure.
and he deserved a spot somewhere else. But it's very sad for these young guys.
Definitely.
I don't know either if this was the best thing for his career. Let's hope that he does good this year because we really want to see him get the chance he deserves, I guess.
Definitely.
But then, of course, if he can't handle the pressure, maybe he's not made for it.
Not yet, at least.
Like, we don't know that.
Yeah.
There are a lot of young talent out there, so like you want to try all the young talent. There could be someone that's even better.
Definitely.
But yeah, maybe it was not. He's not at his best in Alpine. I would also say. Yeah, my next thing is something that I think maybe a lot of people have talked about, and that's the fact that I feel like McLaren didn't fully deserve their Constructors' Championship,
Yeah.
the win that they got last year, because they were playing a lot of weird games and doing a lot of strange things with the strategies. And I think it's just because they were kind of so dominant that they got this win. I think that, it was kind of a lot of weird things happening. And it felt like they were almost not ready to win the Constructors' Championship.
Yeah.
It felt messy. It felt sometimes like they were trying to be fair, but they weren't fair, and it was kind of a strange situation. So, like, it didn't feel right with me that they won.
Yeah, I agree
like
that.
in a
It
sense,
wasn't
even though I wanted them to win, of course, but it felt kind of strange.
Yeah, not
in the whole
not like
situation.
completely fair.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. So my next one is about Max.
Okay.
Is that I mean, as you said before, he's a really good driver. I believe he's like the best one on the grid right now. But I believe that he would have been even better driver if he like could control his temper a bit more. And of course, I'm not like an F1 driver, so I don't know. I can't like put myself in their position, so I don't know how frustrating it is with everything. But I just believe that driving into like George Russell last year wasn't the right call to do.
Yeah.
So it's like if he could control his temper, maybe that would be better for his career and his driving and everything.
It's not very often nowadays that we get to see this Max, but it feels like the Max of old in a sense.
Yeah.
I think that he could be a bit more. I wouldn't say that he's very, like, of course you are as a human very emotionally driven, but like I think he has to separate that kind of, because it's work ultimately. So you have to be professional. And I don't say, like, I'm not saying that he's not professional, because he is, like, most of the time. But that, like, 0.1% where he just, like, acts on his emotions could definitely, last year, it could have made a difference.
Yeah, a big difference.
So, like, it's almost like it's sad to see in a sense, because you feel like he could be even better, if
Yeah.
that is possible to say about Max. So yeah, I agree with that one.
Maybe like I don't know, but maybe more fans would have like found him as as their favorite if he was like a little bit more calm, like not too much, but a little bit.
Yeah. I have a kind of funny one. This is this gonna sound so strange. I've just written down George Russell is probably AI. And what I mean by this is that he's so PR trained sometimes in like media situations that he starts to almost sound like a robot. He
Yeah.
starts to sound like he's not really human.
Definitely.
Like someone has like plugged in a USB into his head and be like, this is what you're supposed to say in every situation. Like, it's like a chart of like all different scenarios that could happen. And
He's like the thing is like he's like a doll, like Ken from Barbie. He's just like wandering around like a model, and he just has everything printed out for him.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like he's not blinking. Like he's staring into my soul, and I'm like, this feels a bit weird.
Yeah, uncomfortable.
Yeah, but I think it's just it's some of his mannerisms, like the way he moves himself, like in certain scenarios.
Definitely.
And then it's the fact that he always has like almost like, I don't know how to say this, but like corporate answer ready. Like,
Yeah.
he's very like PR trained by Mercedes, but then you also have these little moments where he like jokes with like things Max have said, or that's where it breaks through his personality. But like sometimes I wonder if he's like made in a factory. Like I sit
That's
and
crazy.
think about that sometimes. And also, yeah, of course, you've seen more and more of this over the years, that he is human, because he gets angry in the car. He has those instances as well, but like it's just been so funny sometimes.
Definitely.
How he's like almost acting as like if he's like driven on like, you know, one of those like almost self-driving cars.
Yeah.
Like. But that was just like a funny little like thing that I've been thinking about.
Yeah.
Do you have something else?
Yeah, I believe that Ollie Behrman should be in Ferrari in the coming years.
Okay.
Hopefully, like next to Charles, I believe.
Yeah. This is not like, I don't think this is a very strong take.
Yeah.
Like I see this in a sense, but you're thinking like maybe Lewis shouldn't be taking the seat if he's not in it.
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
it seems, or at least I think his spark has come back a little bit this year through the testing sessions. But like last year, it felt like he had lost the love.
Yeah.
Almost.
I mean, I don't want him to leave because obviously he's
Yeah.
very like legendary and
Yeah.
all that stuff. But I mean, sometimes he also get like too old for the sport. I mean, he's pretty old right now. But also
That's a hot take.
yeah. But also like if he doesn't love the sport anymore, I believe. I mean, he's very, very like multi-talented. I believe he can find something.
He could
other
definitely
to do,
find
you
something
know?
else to do. But maybe it's also like a safety blanket in a sense.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's something
This
that
has been his like every day for like
Yeah.
so long now.
I also think that he also genuinely wants to win with Ferrari, because
Yeah.
he said that before.
Definitely.
But also we really want to see the new generations really get the machinery that they need.
Yeah.
So
and I
like
believe,
for Ollie, like he could maybe even develop into something greater if he got
Yeah.
a better car.
I believe it's only like fair to give him that. I mean, he was like reserve driver and he went in when Carlos was operating whatever smooth operation he was doing.
Yeah.
So
So I think
yeah.
I think also, since you've like during the last year you saw what Ollie Behrman could do in a Haas, and you get kind of excited for what he could do in a Ferrari car.
definitely.
And I think that like it would be very interesting to see, especially since more and more teams, at least last year, started to bring in young talent, and then you have like as young talent as Kimi Antonelli, for example.
Yeah.
I think Ollie is he 1 or 2 years older? I don't really remember, but it's
something
it's
like
around
he's
the
pretty
same
young.
ballpark. And if Mercedes could bring in such a young talent, why shouldn't Ferrari be able to do that? Because they haven't done that for, well, I mean, since Charles Leclerc was brought in, and I think he was 20 or 21.
Yeah, he wasn't so young. Yeah.
So like they haven't had that star quality young driver like brought in for quite a long time now, and that like Charles is starting to become the experienced driver now.
Yeah.
So like, why would you not want to?
Also, I believe.
But also, you got Lewis Hamilton, so I think
you can't move him.
Yeah, you can't.
He needs to move himself.
Yeah, he needs to make that choice on his own.
But also, I believe the Ferrari needs a change because what we have seen the last couple of years, they're just going down and down and down. So I believe it will be good for them to change drivers some year.
It would be interesting to actually try a young talent because like you haven't done that for such a long time that you couldn't possibly know what that's
exactly
like. But like and I'm not seeing a world in which they would put in Joe. Or no, now he's not even the reserve driver anymore. Is he?
Sure.
Or has he? I'm not sure. Whatever.
He was at
last
least,
year. Whatever. Like you have of course you have Lewis, and he has to leave on his own. But it's very sad for Ollie because like he could be in Kimi's position if he had gotten the call up.
Yeah.
You know, and it's only because of
Lewis
moving.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it was very unfortunate.
Yeah, I really think that if he's he's doing very good, very well, Ollie right now. Yeah. But I think that it would really boost his career to get to one of the better teams in the very near future. Because you see also it's almost as if the drivers' value fall as soon as they've been in too many seasons and they're starting to get old, but they're not old. But you do Oscar Piastri, for example, who got to McLaren when they were kind of a midfield team, and then they
picked them up.
They picked up, and that was a really smart move. So
definitely.
I would very much like to see Behrman in the Ferrari actually.
Yeah. It would be really fun to see some change for once.
Yeah. I think that's everything that we had written down.
Yeah, at least for now.
If you guys have some hot takes that you would like to comment, you're free to do that on Spotify, on Instagram, TikTok. Anything that you would like to say about this. Even if you disagree with us.
Yeah.
Because these are, of course, our opinions and they're subjective. And it's up to everyone to have their own opinions.
Yeah. It wouldn't be fun if everyone had the same opinion.
Yeah. It wouldn't be such a community if we didn't have things to discuss. But that's all for us this episode.
Yeah.
So we're gonna say goodbye.
Bye.